What's your vision for 2025? Hey, this is Dr. Randall, and I know we're a couple days into the new year, but Happy New Year! I'm happy to be with you again on this Friday, and I just want to share some reflections about the new year and what you can do for your best health and healing in 2025. I have a favorite pastor who used this concept a few years ago, and I love it, so I'm borrowing it from him. But he talked about, think about a dimmer switch, and let's use that dimmer switch to turn down behaviors that are no longer serving us and hurting us, and turn up the dimmer switch for behaviors and actions that are helping us or will help us. So with that, let's get that dimmer switch out and let's look at what we should turn down in 2025. Number one, please reduce your consumption of ultra-processed foods. These are the vast majority of foods in your grocery store and your fast foods. They're frozen, they're prepared, they're packaged, they're takeout. They have excess sugars, they have toxic seed oils, they have lots of chemical additives that are dangerous. So as much as you can, eliminate ultra-processed foods. So along with that, number two, turn down refined sugars, especially high fructose corn syrup. Start looking at those ingredients labels. We are averaging about 150 pounds of sugar per year, and that's way too much. All that sugar leads to liver issues, leads to gut issues, leads to inflammation, which leads to diabetes, insulin resistance, cancers, so many other health conditions and mental health conditions. Along with that, reduce or eliminate all the vegetable oils, seed oils as we call them because they come from seeds. Here's another crazy statistic. We consume about 80 pounds on average per year of soybean oil because soybean oil is cheap in most ultra-processed foods. So eliminate as much as you can these seed oils. They're inflammatory and again lead to gut issues, which then is a spiral to other chronic illnesses. Let's reduce self-medicating. I know it's a coping mechanism, but let's get to actual healing rather than self-medicating. Let's stop ignoring the past and facing the past and healing from those old trauma wounds. Let's get rid of grudges. Grudges only hurt us. So on the turn up, we'll focus on forgiveness, but for now, turn down, get rid of grudges as much as you can. They're just not serving you. Same thing, let's get rid of negative relationships. Set up some healthy boundaries. We don't need, even if it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, whoever it is, if they are negatively influencing your life, move away from them. It's totally fine to do that. And then finally, let's turn down self-destructive behaviors. Addictions to porn, sex, food, gambling. Let's turn those down because once we get on a healing journey, we won't need to do those self-destructive behaviors anymore. All right, running out of time. Let's move forward. Let's turn up. Let's turn up eating real foods made from scratch with real ingredients and mindfully eaten, not in front of a screen, but at the table, enjoying your food, tasting the food, all those wonderful sensations. But let's make home cooking the biggest turn up we can in 2025. Another turn up, let's start growing some of our own vegetables and fruits, whatever it might be. You can do that even if you live in an apartment. You can get a little windowsill, put a tomato plant or two on there, a pepper plant, whatever it might be. But let's start growing at least some of our own foods. And let's also buy as much as we can locally. And that doesn't mean locally at your Walmart or your Safeway or your Publix, but locally from the farmers and ranchers that are growing that food as much as possible. Let's turn up gratitude. Let's turn up walks in nature. Let's turn up movement. These are all critical things we can do for our health and healing. And let's get on that health and healing journey. That's the most important thing you can do. I'll share a link to this article in the comments, but please go to my websites. Please make 2025 the year that you will start a healing and health journey. All right, this is Dr. Randall. Hope your new year started off well. Look for me every Friday for the rest of this year. I will try to keep posting useful and informative videos. Hopefully not quite as long as this one. Take care.